Hi, I'm Marty Nemko. In public, we tend to act perky, even if we're tired. But privately, especially at the end of the day, we may feel very differently. Of course, fatigue has many causes, each with its own tactics for amelioration. Start with physical problem. If you're chronically tired, should you get a physical exam? Or do you already know the problem? For example, that you'd have more energy if you lost weight. How's your sleep hygiene? A calming pre-bedtime ritual, a cool room, a CPAP if you have sleep apnea. Now let's turn to mental illness. Depression, clinical level anxiety, or that crash from a bipolar high can of course cause fatigue. Are you treating your condition well, for example with cognitive behavioral therapy, perhaps augmented by medication? Now let's turn to your job's psychological toll. Stress can of course cause fatigue, but its source may not be readily apparent. I had a client who was a special education teacher and came home exhausted every day. It wasn't so much caused by the kids as by having to try to constantly convince regular education teachers to reallocate time from the other students to the mainstream special ed kids. On probing, my client admitted that she felt that may have yielded a net negative. Less attention for kids with more potential to less attention to kids with more potential to contribute to society. She realized that she was anxious every time she was pitching a teacher, and cumulatively that took a toll on her. So she decided to teach regular education students, and while yes, some days she comes home tired, she's much better. A different sort of example. A police officer suffered great stress not just from having to enter contentious, often dangerous situations, but because after 4 years on the force, he occasionally lost patience. He hadn't yet done anything that could get him in trouble, but he was worried that his anger and frustration could at some point boil over, and especially today, even once is unacceptable. He was exhausted every day, and de-escalation and anger management training helped only modestly. We developed a plan for getting an early promotion off the street, but that didn't work, but he did get a transfer to a less stressful beat. Of course, parenting and other domestic chores can also be fatiguing. Are you getting the help you need? Or are you trying to be a too perfect parent or homemaker? Your job's physical toll. If you're doing manual labor, whether construction, farming, whatever, you're going to be tired at the end of the day. The question is whether it's good tired, that pleasant calm that comes from having done a good day's work and now it's time to relax, or bad tired, that's exhaustion, and with every passing day your fatigue is hitting earlier and earlier. If it's the latter, is it time to plan a transition, for example, to supervisor or trainer, or at least to get some help with the most arduous tasks? Diurnal dip. Most people feel some fatigue at some point during the afternoon. Can you take what they call a power nap, a restorative walk, or would a coffee or other caffeinated drink be okay? Substance abuse. Whether it's coming down from an upper or hallucinogen or the fatigue induced by alcohol or marijuana, are the benefits you're deriving from such a substance worth the fatigue and other negative side effects? And finally, life fatigue. Are you tired of your day-to-day existence, of lack of meaning? Are you ready for a small pivot? Maybe even a large change? You can't do much when you're tired, except perhaps to make more mistakes or behave badly. Do any of the foregoing suggest something you'd like to try? In any event, I do thank you for watching. I'm Marty Nemko. I welcome your thumbs up and accept your thumbs down. I always look forward to your comments, and I especially like it if you hit the social media the share button below so you can share it on your social media and so my efforts can have broader impact. And I am flattered if you choose to subscribe to my channel. And in any event, I do thank you for watching. I am Marty Nemko.